Got Fired Part 2, and I wanted to update you guys on kind of the situation since my last video. A lot of people commented and showed a lot of support and love, and I just wanted to keep you guys posted on what's going on. And there's been something happened today that I'm still processing, to be honest. So for those of you who don't know, about 3 weeks ago, I was fired very suddenly from my English work, and I was very shocked by that. There was no warning. There was no sign that was going to happen, but it happened. And the main thing I was left with was, I was sad that I wasn't going to be able to see those kids again. But I felt I was able to find the gratitude. I was able to see God's will in that, and that there was really an opportunity for me to seek after a different way of living, living as a coach, living, just working full time, my own business, my own way, and I was excited about that. But there was one thing that was still kind of left on my mind, and that was there was this fear about kind of the security, safety of my family, our financial situation, because I hadn't received my last month when I worked a full month at this English school, and I hadn't received that payment, and I was waiting for it because we usually receive it a month later. So I was waiting this entire month to see if I was going to receive that, and the month went by, and right now it's December, and I didn't receive anything. So I sent an email and I said, hey, how are you doing? I just want to see when I should be expecting my last month's of salary, and I said, please answer in the next few days. And today he sent an email back, and he said, because of you locking one of the kids out, which he accuses me of doing, and which I fervently denied doing, because of that, he's saying that his business lost money, and the amount of money that his business lost is greater than my 1 month salary. And so he's saying that I'm not going to be paying you your salary, and if you contact me again, I'm going to sue you. And I was like so furious when I got this. I was like, you're going to sue me? I should be suing you, buddy. And I was so pissed off. And I was on the train with my wife and my son coming back from church, actually. And I was reading this email, and my baby was like making noise, and my wife was asking me like, Justin. And I just was like, not right now. And I just had this intense feeling of pain and anger and just like injustice. Like there was this injustice that just happened, and I was so pissed off. And so I didn't want to have that frustration, anger kind of just burst out on my wife. So I just kind of told her, like, give me some time. I need some space right now just to like experience this and feel this out and just like get to a better place on my own. I didn't want to burden her with my emotions that I was feeling right at that moment. And I took a breath, and then I eventually told her, and she was really shocked. She was like, she couldn't believe that was happening, that this person would actually threaten to sue me for this. And just like, we both agreed that this is not normal behavior, and that this is definitely something like spiritual going on. And so anyway, I came back home, and I was just reflecting on this, like these different emotions that are coming up. And there was definitely like a fear for my family, that we don't have money right now. I mean, money is in America right now, and it's not like we're going to starve or anything, but like just the hassle of that, like really not having a lot of money right now and being really tight right now. And then on top of that, like I don't have I'm building right now a business, my coaching business. I'm building up, clients, and it's going well, but I don't have a stable income right now. And I'm the primary provider. I looked at my son, and I just felt like I want to protect him. And there was just like this feeling of like, okay, you hurt my family, you put my family in danger. I'm gonna get you for this. And that was my feeling. It was like, I want to destroy this guy and destroy his business. And I was thinking, like, I don't, not necessarily just to like destroy him, but I just felt like it should not exist. Like somebody like that should not be running a business. Someone like that should not be around kids. someone like that should not be hiring other people, and other people. I don't want other people to go through that same experience that I've went through. Just to be suddenly fired because of whatever emotion, whatever whim he had. And so there was a sense of like justice needs to be done, and that's still like I'm still left with that, and I'm still not sure what to do with that impulse of like justice is important, and like protecting like future people who interact with this guy and his business. So yeah, so that's there. I'm just gonna table that, and if you guys have any advice for me on that point, I would love to hear that. But I think the other part of me was like, I didn't like that I was feeling this way. I don't like to feel anger towards people. I don't like to feel like I wish other people harm, and that didn't sit right with me. Somebody who, like, my standard for my life is like love people no matter what, forgive people no matter what, and my hero is like true father, true mother, people who have been persecuted in such incredible ways, more ways than I can ever imagine. And so I felt, I was trying to remember when I felt this way before, and I realized that the time that hit me was when my first matching broke. For those of you who don't know, I was matched before my current wife, my current blessing, and just about a week before I was supposed to go to the blessing, that it suddenly ended. And it was very similar emotions. I was angry, I was upset, I was scared, I was sad. And I remember what I did at that time was I reached out to the people that love me, and I just knew that this is not something I'm going to get through by myself. So I talked to my parents, I talked to my brothers, my sister, my friends, and a lot of people gave me a lot of support and love. And it really was a powerful healing experience, and really, really quick actually. I think it took me just a few months before I was feeling like I need to move forward. So that's what I feel. I feel like right now I need to reach out to people. I need to just get this out of me, and just to go beyond this, and of course, I really want to see God's perspective. I feel there is a reason for why this is happening. Like the moment I chose to dedicate my life to doing God's will and nothing else, the moment I chose to make my life about serving people and nothing else, all of a sudden these challenges are coming up, like way bigger challenges than I've ever than I remember ever experiencing before. And it just really feels like God is stretching me, and God is testing me, and God is trying to show me something about how big I am, and how much God really trusts me and believes in me. I think there's still more to process, but I just realized I needed to go to God also, and so I was reading Hundoke, and especially I was reading Hundoke around how True Father handled persecution, and so I searched about Danbury and his experience in Danbury, and there's this one quote that really, really moved me actually, and I wanted to just share right here. And this is Father. He's talking to Reverend Kamiyama and they're in prison together. And Father says, "Kamiyama, don't be upset. Look at this world. It is a world without parents. It's like an orphanage. People are always fighting each other, struggling among themselves. In order for you or me to become parents of the world, we must go through a rock-bottom suffering course to reach the highest level, the parent's position. This is the way we must go." I was just really moved by this, that Father was actually seeking to comfort Reverend Kamiyama during this time when this incredible persecution was happening to True Father. And so that's the way I want to be. I want to be somebody who, despite things happening in my life that I did not plan for, that I did not ask for, that I do not like that they're happening in my life, but I want to be able to be with that and be a source of comfort and compassion and love for everybody else around me, and love and compassion for myself, because I know I'm not a robot who just can bust through emotions, and I don't want to be that. I want to be somebody who's okay with emotion, who's okay with my own emotion, my own sense of sadness, my own sense of pain, the sadness and pain of others, to be able to be with that, and to love that and bring healing to that. So I'm going to be taking some time to just really digest this, to pray, and to find God's will in this, and God's love in all this. And I just want to, turn this into a blessing, not just for me, but a blessing for you, my brothers and sisters, who I really I love so much. And I want you to know that you guys are worth going through anything, and that this, I do feel like hurt and persecuted, but I want you to know that I'm trying to turn this into an offering and a blessing, and to be an example for you guys, for all the people that I love. And that's what I really want to, that's the way I want to live my life, is always thinking about my family, and always think about the people I love, and to be strong, and to just always go back to love, because I believe that is what the world needs more than anything, and I believe that's what our true parents believe, and I believe that the world needs like unreasonable love and unconditional love, and like if I can love even the person who's I feel is attacking me, even my enemy, then that can be a victory for God and a victory for true parents, and that's what I want. I want to be someone who's constantly bringing victory and glory to God and to true parents, and gratitude for the people who've walked this path, a much more lonely path than I have. And I'm really grateful to have so many good friends and so much family and love all around me. So I really wanted to say thank you to all of you who made it this far in this video. If you're watching already 14 minutes, then I commend you. You are a true friend. And and I hope that you were able to also just to see that maybe there's time in your life where you feel like really attacked and really persecuted. But I want you to know that there is power in facing every situation, and sometimes the bigger the persecution, actually that's a bigger offering and a bigger victory that we can actually even give to God, and claim for ourselves, and just really to proclaim our own strength and the bigness of our own hearts. And that's what I want to do. I just want to proclaim the bigness of my heart, the heart that God gave me, a heart that was nurtured by a loving mother and loving father, and loving people around the world. So that's all I want to say this time. And I love you guys. Looking forward to seeing you in America. And I'm still you guys are interested in supporting me, would really appreciate it, especially at this point. But if not, that's okay. You can support me with your prayers and with your love and with your comments, and with your sharing my journey with other people, sharing how you're feeling, how you're experiencing this. So whatever happens, I just want you guys to know I love you, and I'm here for you, and I'm here in the long run. I'm not going to give up no matter what happens, and because you guys are all worth it as God's children. And that's all. Peace.